India. Indian fans are dramatic. Every single match is a 3-hour Bollywood blockbuster with more plot twists than a Christopher Nolan film. When they win, Virat Kohli isn't just a great player, he's a demigod, and every boundary is a divine miracle. When they lose, the country launches a national inquiry. Players who were gods yesterday are suddenly villains who need to be dropped, traded, and publicly shamed. They'll defend Rohit Sharma's captaincy like he's a close family member, then demand his retirement after one bad game. They treat the IPL like a holy war and believe every young player who scores a 30-ball 50 is the next Sachin. Indian fans don't just watch cricket, they live it, breathe it. Australia. Australian fans are arrogant. They don't hope to win, they expect it. To them, cricket isn't a sport, it's a declaration of national superiority. They'll talk about hard but fair cricket, which everyone else just calls being a sledging nightmare. They'll bring up their 5 World Cup trophies in any argument, even if you're just discussing the weather. A loss isn't a failure, it's a statistical anomaly, a brief glitch in the matrix before normal service resumes. They still haven't emotionally recovered from the underarm incident, not because it was wrong, but because it made them look bad. To an Aussie fan, the game isn't about participation, it's about asserting dominance, and anything less is just un-Australian. England. English fans are pretentious. They act like they invented the game, which they did, and that everyone else is just borrowing it. They'll sip warm beer in the stands while lecturing you on the spirit of cricket, right before the Barmy Army starts a chant about an opponent's grandmother. They treat Test cricket at Lord's like a religious ceremony, but then lose their minds over baseball, the most un-English, chaotic style of cricket ever created. If they win, it's due to superior strategy and moral character. If they lose, it's because of the pitch, the weather, the ball, or a planetary misalignment. They're a walking contradiction, clinging to tradition while celebrating chaos. Pakistan. Pakistan fans are unpredictable. Just like their team, they live in a constant state of glorious, heart-stopping chaos. One minute, they're witnessing a 19-year-old nobody bowl at 150 kph and believe they've found the next Wasim Akram. The next, they're watching their entire batting lineup collapse for 80 runs against a part-time spinner. There is no in-between. They have 2 moods. We are the greatest team in history, the cornered tigers are back, or this team is a disgrace, fire everyone. They know that no matter how bad it looks, a moment of impossible genius is just around the corner, and no matter how good it looks, a soul-crushing collapse is even closer. New Zealand. New Zealand fans are humble. Annoyingly humble. They're the nice guys of cricket and everyone's second favorite team. They never get too high after a win or too low after a loss. Even when they lost the World Cup on a boundary countback, the most heartbreaking moment in sports history, their fans just kind of shrugged and said, "Ah well, that's cricket." They celebrate a Kane Williamson forward defense like it's a 6. They're so polite and reasonable that it's almost suspicious. You want them to get angry, to throw something, to show some sign of irrational rage, but they just won't. They're the golden retrievers of the cricket world, happy to be there, loyal, and impossible to truly hate. South Africa. South African fans are cursed. They've been forced into a state of permanent pessimism by decades of trauma. They've seen it all. Rain rule heartbreaks, impossible runouts, and choking in every single World Cup knockout stage imaginable. They'll watch their team dominate the group stage, looking like world beaters, all while whispering to each other, "Don't get your hopes up, we know how this ends." They have a folder of memes ready for the inevitable semi-final collapse. Supporting South Africa isn't about hope, it's a long-term psychological endurance test. They're not just fans, they're survivors. West Indies. West Indies fans are pure vibes. They're not here for the complex strategies or the 5-day grind of a test match. They're here for the party. They want towering sixes, flashy celebrations, and a DJ playing dance hall between overs. Their heroes aren't gritty grinders, they're T20 mercenaries like Andre Russell and Chris Gale, who treat cricket bats like weapons of mass destruction. The glory days of Viv Richards and the Four Horsemen are a distant memory, but the swagger never left. For them, a win is great, but a good time is non-negotiable. Bangladesh. Bangladeshi fans are the most passionate underdogs you'll ever see. They treat every match like a World Cup final. The entire country of 170 million people stops to watch, and their passion is so intense, it's almost terrifying. They're known as home track bullies because their support turns their stadiums into inescapable fortresses of noise. And let's not forget the Nagin dance, a celebration so wonderfully cringy that it has become iconic. A win sends the nation into a week-long festival. A loss feels like a personal attack on their national pride. Don't you ever mess with a Bangladeshi fan online, they will come for you. Afghanistan. Afghan fans are fearless. They don't see opponents, they see future victims. These fans genuinely believe their team of giant killers can beat anyone, anywhere, and honestly, they're often right. They worship their spin trio of Rashid, Mujib, and Noor like they're mystical wizards who can turn the ball on a sheet of glass. A win isn't just a win, it's a national statement. When they beat a top team, they don't celebrate a lucky upset, they celebrate the inevitable. To them, David beating Goliath wasn't a surprise, it was just the script. Nepal fans. Nepal fans are everywhere. Seriously, they are a cricket-loving flash mob that materializes out of thin air. You could host a match in the middle of the Sahara Desert and 10,000 Nepali fans would show up with flags, drums, and unrelenting energy. They are the undisputed champions of every online fan poll ever created. They're just so thrilled to be competing on the world stage that every boundary is celebrated like a World Cup winning six. They don't have a home ground advantage because for them, every ground is a home ground.